The seasonal worker visa allows you to come to the UK temporarily to carry out certain kinds of seasonal work. Overview of the seasonal worker visa. The seasonal worker visa allows foreign seasonal workers to come to the UK temporarily and work in certain jobs. The types of eligible work under this visa include the following. 1. Horticulture, such as picking fruits, vegetables or flowers for up to 6 months. Poultry from the 18th of October to the 31st of December, in the same year. If you wish to work in poultry with this visa, you must apply by the 15th of November each year. If you wish to work in horticulture with this visa, you can apply at any time of year. This visa has replaced the temporary worker, seasonal worker visa, T5. What is the eligibility criteria? To be eligible for the seasonal worker visa, you must be 18 or over when you apply. 2. Have a certificate of sponsorship from a Home Office approved sponsor. 3. Plan to work in an eligible horticulture or poultry production job in the UK. 4. Have enough money to support yourself in the UK, which is usually at least £1,270 available, unless your employer can cover the costs of this for you. 5. You must have had this money in your bank account for at least 28 consecutive days within the 31-day period prior to the date of application. 6. Pay the application fee. How long can I stay in the UK? You will be able to stay in the UK for 1. Up to 6 months for horticulture work. 2. From the 18th of October to the 31st of December each year for poultry work. You will be able to enter the UK as soon as your visa is approved, up to 14 days before the start date of your job. What can I do with a seasonal worker visa? With a seasonal worker visa, you will be allowed to 1. Work in the job described in your certificate of sponsorship. Study. You may need an academic technology approval scheme certificate for some courses. Note that you will not be allowed to take a permanent job work in a second job or a job that isn't described in your certificate of sponsorship. 3. Access public funds. 4. Bring family members with you. 5. Apply for permanent settlement in the UK. What jobs are eligible for this visa? Here are the specific job titles and sectors that are eligible under the seasonal worker visa. Horticulture sector. Eligible jobs include occupations growing the following. 1. Protected vegetables, those grown in glasshouse systems. 2. Field vegetables, those grown outdoors, including vegetables, herbs, leafy salads and potatoes. 3. Soft fruit, those grown outdoors or under cover, e.g. in glasshouses or polytunnels. 3. Includes strawberries, raspberries, blackcurrants, blueberries and all ribes and rubus species. 4. Top fruit, orchard fruit, trees that bear fruit, e.g. apples, plums, cherries, apricots. 5. Vine and vines, both twining or climbing flexible stems of certain plants, e.g. hops and grapes. 6. Mushrooms, typically covers Agaricus bisporus species but can also include more exotic species, normally grown indoors. 7. Bulbs and cut flowers, such as daffodils, grown outdoors and indoors. 8. Pot plants, such as seasonal bedding plants like pansies, violas, geraniums and poinsettias. 9. Hardy ornamental nursery stock such as Christmas trees, shrubs, roses, ornamental trees and perennials. 10. Tree and forest nurseries. Poultry production sector. Eligible jobs and occupation codes include the following. 1. Butcher. Occupation code 5431. 2. Bird, game dresser. Occupation code 5433. 3. Killer and plucker. Occupation code 5433. 4. Plucker. Occupation code 5433. 5. Poulterer. Occupation code 5433. 6. Poultry processor. Occupation code 5433. 7. Poultry sticker. Occupation code 5433. 8. Trusser. Occupation code 5433. 9. Food operative. Occupation code 8111. 10. Poultry catcher, handler. Occupation code 9111. 11. Poultry vaccinator. Occupation code 9119. 12. Poultry meat packer. Occupation code 9134. How do I apply? You must apply for the seasonal worker visa online through the gov.uk website. When applying for this visa, you'll have to fill in the application form with your personal information and upload the necessary supporting documents. You'll also have to prove your identity. This will either be done at a visa application center, where you'll also give your biometrics information, or the UK Immigration ID Check app to scan your identity document. Which one you'll have to do will depend on where you're from and what type of passport you have. If you need to attend a visa application center, you'll give your fingerprints and have a photograph taken of you for your biometric residence permit. In addition, the visa application center may need to keep your passport and documents while they process your application. What documents do I need to apply? You will need to provide the following documents when applying for the seasonal worker visa. 1. Your certificate of sponsorship reference number. You will be given this by your sponsor. 2. A valid passport or other document that shows your identity and nationality. 3. Evidence that you have enough personal savings to support yourself in the UK, such as bank statements, unless your certificate of sponsorship shows your sponsor can support you. You may be asked to provide additional documents after you apply. You will also need to have a blank page in your passport to allow for your visa to be placed inside. Note that you must also provide a certified translation of any documents that are not in English or Welsh. What are the fees and processing times? The seasonal worker visa costs £259 to obtain. Once you've submitted your online application, proved your identity and supplied your supporting documents, you should receive a decision on your application within 3 weeks. Note that you can only apply for your visa up to 3 months before your job's start date. The job's start date should be listed on your certificate of sponsorship. That's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.